Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can be alerted when new content is released. Enjoy the video.
I stood next to a man on the beach in Australia. His wife dragged him to the event. Poor guy. And he came innocent. He just came, he's never done any, just tell me what to do. I'm just going to do what you tell me to do. He wasn't trying to do any, he just said, tell me how to do it. He had no neurological network. And that's why we say, sometimes people that come, they say, I've never meditated before. We say, we love you. Because they don't have to undo anything. This guy couldn't walk 40 steps. He couldn't walk 40 steps without incredible chest pain and leg pain. In fact, we did the walking meditation and he was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. He did the whole entire thing. Just practice open his heart. We do a standing and walking meditation. If you can do it seated, you got to be able to do it standing with your eyes closed, and then open your eyes and do it with your eyes open. And stay there. Become it. So there he is, opening his heart. He opens his heart, he walks, no pain. Closes his eyes, we do it a few times. Here he goes, no pain. Then third time, no pain. And then he said to his team leader, I don't even know if I believe this. But I haven't taken any nitro. I haven't had to sit down and have no pain. None. And I've never felt like this, and I haven't felt like this in years. I haven't felt like this in a long time. So the next day he goes out for walking meditation. Now he's kind of like, I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Today would actually, because I don't have any pain in my legs, today would actually be a good day to become somebody else. That's what he said. So he said, I'm just going to go all in. So practice open his heart. He said, that worked last time, and do it more, pedal by pedal, breathing in and out, open a little bit more, trust in the process, being open, not trying, not forcing, controlling. He's just following the formula. Starts walking, he's lifted. He's walking, he's free, he's not feeling any pain. He's happy, he's smiling, he's noticing his body's changing. Stops again, recalibrates. This time when he recalibrates, his heart just fully blows open. I'm standing right next to him. And we got him on the stage, and he said, and then I heard this really loud screaming. And then I realized it was me. That he was in a state of bliss. He was in a state of ecstasy. He went back to his doctor right after the event. He had a congenital condition. And there's no sign of any heart condition. One instant. Gentlemen, it's time. What do you think? Yes? Let's go. Huh? You got nothing to lose to do it. So then we have research that says that if you did your meditation 5 days a week, any type of meditation, that if you do it 5 out of 7 days, and you do that for 60 days, 3 out of 4 people will lengthen their life. We have the research to prove you could lengthen your telomeres. In just those little caps on the end of your shoestrings that determine your biological age, that they can repair as you begin to open your heart and release 1,300 to 1,400 different chemicals that repair and restore your body. You could do that. You will lengthen your telomeres. And I talked to the scientists, and I said to him, listen, I have a curious idea. We're seeing people in an instant, in one instant, have their Parkinson's disease go away. Like they couldn't blow their nose, they couldn't swallow, they couldn't chew, they couldn't stand up, and in one instant they're doing all those things. That's not a Newtonian thing of matter changing matter. This now is the opposite. This is energy informing matter. If it's happening in that amount of time, in no time, then it's got to be energy. It's because we're not Newtonian now. I said, so I know telomeres are like hair and nails. They take long to grow over time, and research shows that it took 60 days or so to see it change. I said, but this is a quantum thing. Energy is changing matter. In quantum, there's no time if it's happening instantaneously. I said, is it possible, theoretically, that a person who had that incident, there could be a change in their telomeres? 60-second pause. And then he said, theoretically, if one person could do it, I would be impressed. I said, okay, I'm going to do the study. And so we did the measurement 4 days after the event. And 1 out of the 33 people or 32 people that we measured, her telomeres lengthened in less than 4 days. So you can actually change your life. Back to my point about being defined by a vision of the future. If you every single day wake up every morning and not be defined by a vision of the future, once you open your eyes and you begin to perceive your reality, would you agree then, if you're not laying down any new circuits that are reflecting a new vision in your brain, then as you see the same people and go to the same places and do the exact same thing at the exact same time, now your environment is controlling your very thoughts and very feelings, because you'll see the same coworker, you'll drive to work the same way, you'll hold your cell phone in the same way, you'll call the same people, do the same things. And now it's your environment that's controlling your thoughts and feelings. But your thoughts and feelings actually create your outer world. So you're thinking and feeling equal to everything known in your life. And if you believe that your thoughts create something unknown, you got to stop thinking the same thoughts. Yes or no? Yes. So then most people then, who aren't being defined by a vision of the future, they're left with the circuitry and the emotions of the past. Their environment is reminding them of their past every single day. Would you agree? It wouldn't be better, though, to remind yourself of the future instead of the past, because it's so much easier to forget your vision of the future than to remember it. Would you agree? But if you keep firing and wiring and remembering it, then you're going to have your brain look like the event has already occurred. So then, once you move into that river of change from the old self to the new self, and you stop making the same choices and it feels uncomfortable, you're in the unknown. That is void of everything known. And that is the perfect place that you have to create in. And then the next question would be, what thoughts do I want to fire and wire in my brain? What behaviors do I want to demonstrate in one day, one lifetime? And the act of closing your eyes and rehearsing who you're going to be in that day begins to install the neurological hardware in your brain to look like you already did it. Your brain looked like you already had the experience. Now it's no longer a record of the past. You've primed your brain into the future, and now you have the circuits to behave that way. And the research shows you can absolutely do that. Are you with me still? So then here's the tough part, though. If you're going into a new future and you're feeling suffering, and that suffering is your past, and you want to be happy, you can't take it. Even though you want to. You got to leave that, yes or no? And then you would say, well, how would I feel when my wealth comes? Oh, I would probably feel worthy. I better teach my body emotionally what that feels like. Yes or no? Yes. Oh, well, if I had a tough past and I don't feel grateful for anything, I got to teach my body what it would feel like to be grateful for life again. Well, how would I do that? I would have to get a really big imagination. And then you would start dreaming about things in your future that would make you feel grateful. Yes or no? Yes. And now your body is being conditioned into believing it's already happened. Are you with me still? So then, it makes sense then, in order for your healing to begin, you have to feel wholeness before it happens. Because if you're waiting for the diagnosis to come back to you to say that you're healed, then you're waiting for something in your outer world to change how you feel in your inner world, and you're separate from that experience, yes or no? But if you start to say, okay, well, if I teach my body emotionally what it would feel like to be healed, well, then you better be rejoicing every single day, and your body's got to be conditioned so much into that emotion that it's actually believing you're healing. Are you with me still? And you know, people have done that. And every single day, They become familiar with new thoughts. They become familiar with new behaviors. They become familiar with new chemicals and new emotions. And they become a new personality. And those weird and wacky synchronicities are happening all around them. They're no longer the same energy. They're no longer the same person. And many times, people, their condition, their health condition literally goes away. And you ask them, where is it? They'll tell you it's in the old person. I'm somebody else. I'm just not that person any longer. And my life is so much different. And all they did was cross the river of change.